Today we are checking out the album Visions by Haken. I'm going to listen to the whole album and give my honest thoughts as I listen. Thank you to NCO for ordering this album reaction, and if you would also like to order an album reaction, the link is down below. Let's move right into the first song, Premonition. No lyrics for this. Maybe this is a instrumental? That was a cool transition. Quite a clean sound so far. Very majestic, uplifting, dreamlike. I did read about the general concept behind this album, about a kid who predicts his own death. So much for that clean sound. Very nice riff there. This is probably a bit of an overture. And we're going to encounter these melodies again. I mean, it's a premonition, duh. Quite groovy. I appreciate that. But I don't want to speak too soon. Maybe we'll get some crazy key time signatures in a sec. Really tasty riffage and groove so far. But it's a really lovely, gliding 4/4 feeling we have right now. Tasteful. Now here we go. That Halloween synth. So, I'm really not familiar with this album at all, but I have listened to them a little bit here and there, and they always have really great mixes, I feel. Lots of space for all the instruments to shine through. I also appreciate that, even though this appears to be an overture, I think tonally it's quite consistent. Not going all over the place with emotion or tone. It's quite a specific vibe, a specific story that they're telling, so it's focused. And I did read that they do have a live strings on this album, and that certainly makes a difference to how it feels. Nocturnal Conspiracy. 13-minute, I'd say, main opener, you could say. What's going on here? hate to go there, but we do have a distinctly Dream Theater feel here, like something from A Nightmare to Remember, maybe? I love how this section highlights his voice, though, and I think that's the point. These melodies are very beautiful. Nice. Consistent atmosphere, consistent tone. I really am finding it hard to shake that Nightmare to Remember comparison. How the scale has that sort of flat minor fifth. That really creepy, haunting, dark feeling. Frankly, I would prefer a little more urgency in this song. I question if it needed to be 13 minutes, if these melodies are strong enough to be repeated so often. But now that we're getting into this juicy solo, I'm glad. Love the touch of the strings. Makes all the difference. And the French horn. Beautiful. This is a pretty cool section. It has that feeling of like shifting imagery in a dream. Quite tense. It's funny when you listen to prog, like the challenge with prog is to make every single moment compelling, I think, and some sections like really appeal to me, but I do get a little bit antsy to move on to the next part in some moments, like Let's go back a little bit here and listen to how this progressed. I love the atmosphere of this moment. Like I said, giving me like imagery of like the shifting dream. It feels very intentional and imaginative. This part right here, I don't really like this. It serves the purpose of unsettling us, which is fun in a way, but it's lacking any other kind of musical appeal for me. This sort of staggered groove with a nondescript arpeggio of sorts. A little bit of a key change there, which is, yeah, fine. But I'm eager to move on, you know. Now this part is sick. This is really sick. And then in a way, I guess I can see that this part seems cooler by comparison. I can see the rationale behind it. Well, let's go back to enjoy that drop more fully again. You know what I mean? It's like, let's get on with it. I'm back in business here. Yeah. Really, really good. Bringing back a little bit of the previous section here, I guess. But I like the texture of the keyboard here. Alright. This is pretty cool. Loving the double time here. We're bringing in some of that urgency. This is great. Like the key change down here, very nice. I almost would have removed the chorus just before this. Gone straight from the instrumental into this down-tuned chorus would have been sick. Got some lovely transitions here too. Trying to piece together the lyrics a bit. Is this the song where he dreams about his death? Is that the bass? Very cool idea, so. I love how this part is building. Yeah, it's the bass solo, yeah. Really nice tone. Expressive. great vocals from Ross. Beautiful chord progression and melody and texture and everything here. The only thing I'm wondering is how it fits with how the first half of the song. Beautiful stuff here, but I consider this a separate song almost. You know, what kind of prog fan am I to say such things? I feel like this part of the song, this tail end, is so good that it almost does it a disservice to have it as like a movement in this song. I'd love for it to be developed to the fullest potential, because in looking at the time left, I'm not sure if there is time for that, and maybe also time to bring back some motifs from the start of the track to tie it all together. But we'll see. I'm going to go back a little bit because there's some beautiful musicality going on here, like the guitar in the background. Very, very nice. Beautiful vocal melodies. I enjoyed that one. I'm torn about how it feels as one piece, but I think I shouldn't think too hard about it since this is a concept album, and I'm pretty sure that the intent is that I just keep listening, and then in retrospect I think it'll make a bit more sense. The song is Insomnia. smooth transition into the downtuned riffage here. Love how the bass is right up front here. This track is pretty good so far. Really good vocal performance. Subtle variation as we're going on. I do love the atmosphere that this album is crafting. Very nice. There is a certain chord progression that they like, and this chorus is right in there. This chorus is reminding me of a number of other chord progressions that I've heard from them. Like going straight up by semitone here and there, chord-wise. Chiptune. Pretty sick. I really like the nasty 4/4 grooves into this sort of bluesy breakdown. Really enjoyable, really fun. Very smooth sailing so far. This song is pretty lit, as the kids say. Blistering keyboard solo there. Not sure if I know them for keyboard solos necessarily, it's more about the guitar. Harmonically, this part is a really nice development, a lift from where we just were. One of the most enjoyable instrumentals I've heard from them. Yeah. This is the lick from the intro. I think I've reacted to this song before in a monthly marathon, but none of this is coming back to me at all. Like, this is, might as well be a fresh reaction. There's that semitone lift. I think it's a semitone. It's pretty. Pretty amazing. Love this string outro. the cherry on top. Very, very, very nice. Slight bit of tension and foreboding there. I'm very happy. I'd love for some of the other songs in this album to beat it. Let's see. The Mind's Eye. A bit of a wholesome feeling here in the atmosphere. The song is on the shorter side. Guitarists out there, tell me what that's called when the guitar goes ping like that. I hear it sometimes, I don't know what that technique is called. So cool.
Underneath the mask, a place for us to hide from this penetrating pain of mortal life.
I guess we're in 7, 8. Is that right?
Makes no sense to me. With restraints on my curiosity.
Really nice melodies, so wholesome and pretty. It's like unashamedly sweet. Like something out of a Disney movie. They focus a lot, or at least Ross Jennings, I'm not sure if he writes all of his own vocal melodies, but he likes extended notes, like using extensive belting long notes that go over the instrumental a lot. For my taste, this style of writing is a little overused because it makes some of the vocal melodies a little bland. The verses that he writes are more interesting to me because there's more of a variety of a length of notes going on. They weave beautifully together. For some reason, when we get to the choruses, it's always long belts over chords being held. Just makes things a little like more flat and one-dimensional than they need to be. And you can see that every note he's singing here lands right on the beat. It's just a curious choice. I suppose it's aiming for the complexity of the whole arrangement, arriving at a place of simplicity for the chorus, but it's going a little too far in that direction sometimes. Little bit of movement in that line, playing with fire. That's kind of what I crave.
Are closer than they seem, changing your design every time you disappear.
Wonderful performance from him, emotionally though. He's really feeling each lyric, giving a lot of life to every word. There's an interesting bit of movement underneath the guitars. It's either the keyboard or the bass. So that is something to pay attention to in this chorus. this song had way more potential. Nice vocal run. More of that. Okay. No lyrics for Portals. Yeah, as for the Mind's Eye, just to clarify, I quite enjoyed it for the most part, but having heard the entire thing, I'm a little confused as to how a song with that much potential was left in the dust, and songs like Nocturnal Conspiracy were given the full blowout treatment. But it really highlighted for me like the power of the vocals in this album. I keep mentioning Ross by name because I don't know the names of the other guys. So who performed on this album? I think some of the members may have left since, but Richard on guitar and keyboards, as well as Charlie. We got Raymond Hearn on the drums and the tuba and a whole bunch of stuff. The strings, French horn, the djembe? Wow. Diego on keyboards as well, sound design, strings, etc. And Tom on bass. Let's start this one again. Promising start. You know things are about to get hype when you have a guitar chord and an active keyboard part like this. Getting ominous with that downward key change. Very much still on board with this. Wow. Getting random. I don't hate it though. I kind of like that. The audacity. Okay, they're flexing now. But there is a consistency to this chaos that appeals to me. Amazing. Wow. Hey there, sorry for the interruption. So unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances during my reaction to Portals, I had to stop. And now I'm picking up this reaction a couple days later. Normally what I would do is I would just start again from where I left off. But this isn't really the kind of album where you can really do that and still do the album justice. So I am going to listen to this album from the very beginning. The timestamps are there if you would like to jump straight to Portals, but I do want to start again to really get into the groove of the album, because it is that kind of album. It's like you can't really just jump in and out. Gotta take it all in. Should be interesting. Let's not waste any more time. Track 1, Premonition. See how much of this I remember. I do love that little bit of noise and dissonance leading into that initial transition. I'm not sure if that is like something that they did with production or the actual playing of the string instruments themselves. mix. This particular guitar melody is suspicious, like I bet it's going to come up again on the album. So I'm glad I'm hearing it again. Makes it more likely I'll pick up on it if it happens again. Pinch harmonic, love it. This is a similar chord progression to the string part in the intro. I'm not sure if it's the same though. Similar atmosphere at least. I remember this Halloween moment. Very good arrangements to have the more simple melody in the lead guitar and the more active riffage in the rhythm guitars. What a difference, like a real string quartet and real horns mix. The emotional impact is elevated so much. Wish I could afford to do that more often with my own music. This is Nocturnal Conspiracy. I was a little so-so about this on my first listen, so I might either double down or come around to it a little bit on the second listen. I think one problem I have with this song off the bat that I didn't mention in my first reaction because I wanted to stay open-minded, give it a chance. I personally wouldn't reduce the momentum to a crawl so quickly this early on in the album. Maybe crawl is a little harsh, but because, you know, obviously we're developing things a little bit with the little tom work here and stuff, but we were in such an exciting place with the Premonition, and now we're just kind of plodding along. Not to take away from his beautiful vocal performance. I'm really speaking kind of like momentum-wise. Pretty awesome harmonic progressions. And the song does develop nicely, does keep things moving. Some really cool minimalism in that verse. It's like every instrument had a moment to just be surrounded by silence for emphasis. They really do like moving the chord down, up or down by a semitone. An organ. Oh yeah, this part. I really like this part. Just adjusting my mic there. This is really nice. This part is so glorious. And this part I kind of went off on the first time, but now, since I know what's coming, I'm more cool with it. Love the sound of the bass here. This part reminds me a little bit of The Dark Eternal Night by Dream Theater. Love that fun snare idea. I think this song needed to be two separate songs. This part is so cool, it would serve really well as like a sick outro. His voice is just spectacular. This chorus is not good enough to warrant 4 repetitions of it. Again, I would have been happy with 3 repetitions with this down-tuned one being the third. Chord progression from the chorus, I guess, is it? I do love this beautiful bass solo. The individual parts of the song are better than what they create as a whole. Should have the lyrics up. Really loving this. I find it hard to follow the lyrics sometimes, knowing what the general concept is. I think they're not meant to be taken literally all the time. A lot of it is just kind of musings and allusions to stuff, gesturing to certain ideas, to kind of fit with the vibe of the music. All good. Very mixed feelings on this song. Like to take us through 12 and a half minutes to end on a sort of rather plain climax like this. I'm not sure about that. And this kind of flat vocal melody and generic riff to end the song on as well is like, I'd love to know the thinking behind that. Considering the creative musicianship of some of the rest of the song. You know what I mean? Now, Insomnia. I recall this being my favorite so far. moving up and down by a semitone in the chord progression is a common theme on this album, and it mightn't be a semitone, but it's something that resembles a semitone, you know. Secrecy. Catchy. It's fun. These lyrics seem to make more sense to me. Someone owned a Game Boy. No messing around with that riff. All for it. The guitar solos are so clean. I have seen them live twice. Once was on their own tour, once was with Mike Portnoy and the Shattered Fortress tour. Mind-blowing stuff. Love this sort of classical symphonic metal, gothic metal feeling here. Brightening things up a bit before coming back to the main riff. This has got to be one of their more popular songs, is it? I actually don't know what the fan favorites are with this group. The Cockroach King is one of them in 1985. The only nitpick I'd have about this song, I think, is that the music doesn't reflect the torment that seems to be explored in the lyrics. There is a kind of an excitement to explore or go on some kind of adventure evoked by the music that I think goes against the sentiments in the lyrics. And this is a very relaxed, beautiful, mellow string outro, which doesn't speak to Insomnia really, unless it's like juxtaposing it, which I guess I could respect in that sense, if that's what they're going for. There is that tense chord at the end, to be fair. And this song I remember being kind of a nice, pleasant, melodic moment.
Mask, a place for us to hide from this penetrating pain of mortal life. The beauty of it all makes no sense to me, with restraints on my curiosity.
Pretty pre-chorus. Maybe my favorite part of the song. Chorus is a bit boring. Though his voice sounds wonderful. Melody is just doesn't hit. And it's probably what will make me not want to bother to return to this song very often. I'd actually say that I very rarely connect with their choruses. I think it's a bit of a hurdle when it comes to me falling in love with their stuff wholeheartedly. They put so much care into every single part of the composition except the chorus, from my taste at least. Like, it's lacking that sort of simple, human, catchy element that makes you want to sing along to it. I find it hard to imagine an entire crowd, like, not being able to help themselves at a concert wanting to sing along to this. It's kind of the part that you want to get past to get to the good stuff, rather than something you actively want to listen to or partake in. But I love fun, vocal, like bits of emotion, like that little vocal run there. Nice nuance. But it's just few and far between. Here we have Portals. Picking up where we left off now. And I remember the intro for this song being pretty sick. I don't think we have lyrics for this. And we got a key change, right? Next, down. There you go. See, I can remember stuff. That juicy prog chaos that us prog fans just eat up every time. harmonic stuff going on there. Very nice. Very, very cool. Drummer adding most of the interest around this section here. Could this be an entirely instrumental song? More than happy with that. Major Rudis circusy influence here. And I just want to say, I'm noticing that I'm basically crediting Dream Theater so much. That's only because Dream Theater is probably the main point of reference I have for this kind of stuff. I'm sure that Haken have been accused of being Dream Theater 2.0, but at the end of the day, like, every band is a certain copy of some other band. Nothing is ever really original. So I guess I'll just try to not bring up too much Dream Theater stuff from here on, because I'm starting to realize it could get annoying. And it's plain to see, it's obvious. Not a very worthwhile insight anymore when it comes to Haken. Let's go back a little bit. Could this be a melody from earlier? Maybe the chorus from Nocturnal Conspiracy? Maybe. This is a pretty fun track. Maybe we can start moving away from the eighth notes. Love that keyboard tone. I love the idea of a very dark, deep keyboard solo mixed with heavy riffs. Very, very cool. This part's sick. This song does actually evoke the concept of portals very well. It's kind of like a roller coaster. You're being blasted in and out of the black holes at different speeds, being pulled apart, pushed back together. I get it. You're kind of coming out the other side here now. Maybe one last twist first, before you're shot out the other end. Not crazy about such a focus on constant eighth note riffing like this, but for the most part, this song was pretty damn good. Shapeshifter. Third last track. We got 3 epics to finish out this album. Let's see what's going on here. Intriguing atmosphere to start. Back to the circus. Not a very interesting song so far. I want to say something related to a certain band that I said I wouldn't talk about, but I'll hold my tongue. The mention of a sister is very literal. Makes me feel like I'm missing something already in the way the story is progressing. Nothing really useful I can say about this song so far. I don't really like the melodies. I don't really understand the circusy atmosphere.
Lost in a city where vampires are guarding the gates.
Maybe going somewhere pretty cool here.
Vanish with no trace. Walked and distorted, my fear is escorted away.
I'm captured by his performance in this section.
Pleasure I mistake for pain. My demons
Got some nice sound effects too for atmosphere.
Inside the vessel of my friend.
Very interesting textures.
I'm haunted by strangers, they're craving a thirst for
What is that like clicking or biting sound on my right ears? Creative. Kind of a double time feeling here that kind of creeps up on you. Nice. Just over halfway through.
I'll surrender to the view. To find the replacement, a manifestation of you.
I like this. Sing it. Bringing this riff back. tying the song together a little. Okay. Let's not get too derailed now. I'm torn because this song, it feels a bit cobbled together from separate songwriting sessions, but the performances and like the production, the musicianship, it's all on point, but thematically I'm not getting it. I'm not getting the emotion it's trying to evoke, or it just feels a bit lacking in focus. Like there's a combination of some really interesting atmospheric parts, some rather bland riffing, and then these like wider, positive feeling choruses. Got my attention with this part. That little string moment, that string riff was definitely a nice touch to close out the song. It makes me appreciate that we actually did build up to something. The song is called Shapeshifter, so maybe I could be a bit more charitable with my interpretation of the decisions here, now that I think about it. Maybe it's supposed to sound disjointed. You don't get it, man. It's supposed to sound like that. And that could very well be true. Deathless. Second last tune.
Dying home, visit me in the flesh. Another noose wrapped around my neck. Your helping hand is all I need to pull the ground out from underneath. Nowhere to live. I feel most alive, confronting death, but life goes on. Don't wait for me, I'm here to stay. Point that gun, press it to my head. Deathless.
Need more time with this one before I start talking.
Out from my neck. No one's gonna miss me when I'm gone. I'm killing time, but I'll live on. Nowhere to run. To the afterlife, I would never know. With a fixed blade knife held up to my throat. On immortality,
Pretty nice song so far.
I would overdose. All this you can read in my suicide notes.
Lyrics a little dodgy here and there.
Kiss my scars, taste them on my breath.
I'm getting a little impatient.
Time from the great suspense, come Judgment Day, I one last request. Please hold my hand as I hum my
He's a wonderful singer, and he's such a pleasure to listen to. The song is dragging a little bit, even though some of the progressions are nice and some of the melodies are like okay. It's a little indulgent. It's lacking a little bit of awareness to keep the listener engaged, because this arrangement has already really been offered to us in multiple places throughout the album. You know, if they're really going for like a ballad, I don't know why they are defaulting to a similar arrangement to other softer sections already heard on the album. So in a strange way, for a prog album, it's actually kind of lacking in variety. It seems to play comfortably within its own predefined safe zones. The surprises aren't coming hard and fast as much as they might have been earlier in the album. And I like surprises. You know, what I interpret as lacking variety, it could be an intentional attempt to keep the album cohesive, since it is a concept album. It is hard to strike a balance between tying such an expansive range of ideas together and offering something new at every turn. Right now, I think we've hit a bit of a wall, but let's continue with this song. Maybe I'm speaking too soon.
one last request. Please hold my hand as I hum myself. Nowhere to live. I feel most alive. Life goes on. Don't wait for me. I'm here to stay. To the afterlife.
His voice is absolutely the saving grace.
With a fixed blade knife held up to my throat. On immortality, I will overdose. All this you can read in my suicide notes.
Got some nice tension here. Beautiful focus on the bass in this album. Never really gets lost, it's always right there. This is gorgeous. There's nice textural ideas here that could have been incorporated during the verse and the chorus to maybe foreshadow things. Keep the arrangement a little bit varied, but at least we're getting something now. Getting very spacey here, very shoegaze. Is that the... I quite enjoyed that. I like the steady build. I think it's always cool when elements are slowly introduced and you're getting this like gradual evolution. It's cool. Mixed feelings about that one too, but I do think it found its feet. Starting around the midpoint, I think was very strong. We're moving on to Visions. And this, I believe, was the first song completed during the album's songwriting sessions, and a lot of the rest of the album apparently was built around the song. That's what I read on the wiki anyway. And this is a pretty popular, I think this is maybe one of the more popular songs from the album as the big epic. So we'll see how it goes.
What is life? An illusion, a shadow, a story. And the greatest good is little enough. For all life is a dream. And dreams themselves are only dreams.
This is definitely a reprise of some motif from earlier. Yeah, it is a cohesive album. It is cohesive. This is 3/4, is it? I think it's 3/4 time signature. Quite a broad spectrum of tones we explored in that intro, ranging from large, pensive and profound to quite unserious and like theatrical, leaning towards that circusy, bluesy thing again.
Spirits of the night, communicate with me. Their visions of a future.
Okay, sorry to get so negative so early, but this is kind of an example of what I mean when I say it's a little lacking in variety. We're defaulting again to this arrangement of this offbeat kick drum, the hi-hat doing a little bit of this and that, Ross delivering this sort of liquidy vocal melody over it. Is this verse a reprisal from some other part of the album that I'm not picking up on? I'm trying to express how the ideas are feeling a bit limited and a bit repetitive now. You know, I'm not hating it, but I am searching for more excitement at this point.
Spirits of the night, communicate with me. Their visions of a future, of what is yet to be. As I see the way I die, and I try to change it, I am running short of time. I'll just sit here waiting till the moment comes around, like I've been here once before, and I'm questioning the truth, now escaping deja vu.
We may have heard this riff in Premonition. I think we did. And it was at the beginning of this song too.
If I could harness this power, assume absolute control.
I like the texture in this verse
Visions from a
of the keyboard. Nice touch. These vocal melodies are really flat and bland to me. I think that's an issue I have as well with Haken. The vocal melodies are never really that interesting. But I love the sound of his voice and his vocal tone. And he's a very expressive singer, so it's weird. But like instrumentally, there's a lot of great stuff going on. Like the piano there, in that moment was gorgeous. But this chorus here is another slog. It's another reprisal of a chord progression that we've heard before. And again, that's fine. That's fine if it's a reprisal of an old chord progression. It's hard to tell if they just default to a certain pattern of chord progression in general, or if that's an intentional thing with the album. Either way, I'm eager to just get to, like, you know, the impressive instrumental that I assume is coming. Hints of flavor in the vocals sometimes. part is from earlier. From somewhere earlier. Not sure where. Maybe the Premonition? Absolutely nailed the keyboard tone, my goodness. I appreciate that humorous little break. That was something. Is this like a marimba or something? Okay. Completely left field. You know, what is the rationale behind this? I guess I don't even really care because I do like it. How do you go from such like a flat, boring chorus to something as fun as this? That's something that baffles me about a lot of prog. That descending idea, I'm trying to think of where we heard that in the album previously. It might have been in the Premonition. Getting epic now with the strings. I'm down. Moments like this get me pretty hyped. You know, this is a really cool moment with just his voice, some slight percussive texture, and the cinematography, I guess, of the strings. So they're just going everywhere and anywhere with this song. Very musical theater right now. I really am quite enjoying the previous stretch of 2-3 minutes. You know, this is cool, but there doesn't always need to be this 8th note ribbon happening, you know. I get why they like doing that, but to me it gets a little repetitive. Okay, but that part was pretty cool. Let's experience that part again. So I was just complaining about the constant 8th note incorporation there, and while I do think it's a little overused, I actually do appreciate how the 8th note landed on quite an extensive full note there for the breakdown, so that contrast was very intentional and it works. We have the diddle 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 diddle, this constant thing going on there. Still going. Diddle 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 diddle. And at the time I was like, when is this going to end? This constant, but it does end in a very satisfying way right here. Love it. I love that. That's good. That's good. So we needed that repetition to give this part its bite. Got a moment for some nicely chosen choir pads here. Always down.
Now the moment's finally here, and it feels just like
The vocal acoustic guitar thing worries me a bit. It's a bit of a prog trope, but I'm gonna try to not be too cynical about it.
we'll have to wait no more. Will this never end? I've been through enough. This is the part where I'll wake up with blood on my hands, traveling back to where it all began. As for the boy, it pleased me to know that he'll just wake up 9 years old, alone and afraid. He'll live for the day this moment comes around again.
I don't really care for these kind of indulgent, like overly sentimental, shticky bits. Well, like, where is the interesting or fascinating or compelling idea here?
Now the moment's finally here, and it feels just like before. Even though I know the truth, I accept my fate no more. I bet you don't remember me. I guess you won't forget the only way to go when there is nowhere left to roam.
At least something happened.
You don't remember me. I guess you won't forget the only way to go when there is nowhere left to roam. I bet you don't remember me.
That's such a funny melody.
Forget the only way to go when there is nowhere left to roam. I bet you don't remember me. I guess you won't forget the only way to go when there is nowhere left
again, it highlights his vocal capabilities. This at least has some element of, like, fun. It has my attention. I hear the musical passion in this moment. They're trying something out. It is rather silly, you know. And quite random and really doesn't fit with anything else at all. Thematically, maybe I'm missing something. I probably am. Completely confused. Back to the eighth notes again, trusty eighth notes. Whatever emotion I'm supposed to be feeling right now was pretty much like, it wasn't given time to build, because weren't we just enjoying a really goofy, silly segment for the laughs, for the lols? And now we've hit this riff again. Once again, a completely different emotional quality. It's like badass, almost evil. Like spiritual whiplash. Constantly. That's kind of what I mean when I say I'm confused. Once again, the song is called Visions. So is that implying vastly competing different visions? Because at this point, the song functions more as a technical showcase than anything else. Is this a timeless prog masterpiece? Not on first listen. But I would love to hear more thoughts from fans, people more familiar with this band. What's going on here? Stunning string arrangement here, I gotta say. It just comes in strange packaging. I'm still recovering from the whiplash of the previous heavy badass riff moving into that. I like the percussion here. Nice little idea. Nice. And like the 3/4 riff with the background vocals, it's nice, but you know, I could have predicted that. The astounding beauty of sections like this, you know, it solidifies the fact that clearly they're talented. They can write music, they can arrange music. Everything they do has a purpose. Like, this is so great. This is really cool, very nice. Again, tense atmosphere. Certainly has a certain story just in these few notes. So to create such a rocky road to get to moments like this just didn't land for me on this initial listen. As much as I am absolutely humbled and impressed by their competency. Maybe competency is underselling it a bit. Their genius, okay? Their incredible skill as technical musicians, as songwriters, of course. And all of this is subjective. It's just my own experience of this music. I'm in this weird limbo when it comes to this album where, on the one hand, it doesn't satisfy my need for variety, and it also doesn't satisfy my need for a focused vision, for lack of a better word. Like, the song Visions is not a very focused composition. It goes all over the place. Every section in this song undercuts the one that comes before it and the one that comes after it. Like, the transitions between the sections themselves are smooth, but when I look back on the piece as a whole, I don't think it functions as a smooth experience. One that's really worth sitting through over 22 minutes. It's not a satisfying meal. It leaves me a bit cold. Ross's vocal is really a pleasure to listen to in every single song. You know, whenever I felt myself losing a bit of interest during the vocal melodies that I felt were a bit plain, if I just paid attention a little more to what he was doing with his voice, the small inflections and stuff, there's lots to appreciate there. I did my best to pay attention to the lyrics on this album. I thought that they were okay for a springboard for the music to jump off of, but there was nothing in the lyrics that made me want to learn more and really dig deep into what this story is about. They were fairly standard, you know, pseudo lofty prog lyrics, perfectly fine, but there were a few lyrics that I caught there that were very dodgy, not that good. So that made me want to divert my attention back to the music for the most part. Let's see, on a positive note, there's real potential in songs like Insomnia, The Mind's Eye, Portals even, and I'd say that 3-track stretch is probably my favorite part of the album. In my opinion, the weakest songs are probably Nocturnal Conspiracy, Shapeshifter, and I want to say Visions, but Visions did have enough beauty in it, in individual parts, for me to say, okay, pretty good stuff. It's just extremely bloated, and it makes absolutely no sense to be over 22 minutes long. They're absolutely taking the mickey there. I think most prog fans would probably enjoy this album. It hits all the expected tropes, but unfortunately for my personal wants and needs, it just didn't manage to hit something deeper within me to ever want to return to it. Maybe I just have listened to so much progressive metal at this point that this album, it feels safe. It feels a bit average. It is hitting, like I said, all the tropes, all the points, and it doesn't ever take any extreme turns for a very focused idea, for a very focused statement. It's like a love letter to progressive metal in general. A respectable musical approach, leaning on their influences quite heavily. That, I think, actually is another reason why it wouldn't be very memorable or interesting, at least to me. Let me know what you think of this album and whether you agree with me or disagree. Thanks again to NCO for ordering this album reaction. If you yourself would like to purchase an album reaction, the link is down below. There's also a link to my Patreon and to my reaction database spreadsheet. There's also a link to the Haken reactions playlist down below, as I have covered them a couple of times on the channel now, I believe. And if you don't know me, my name is Haken. I'm the composer for the symphonic metal project Falcata. You can check out our latest song Metallic Us, also down below. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.